Today we're going to learn about some different kinds of art materials that can give you a whole range of different values when you're shading. In this picture you see two dark pencils on the left hand side. They actually create darker values, and the three red ones, they create light values. And the last thing that's on the right is called the tortillon or a rubbing stick, and that's actually able to help you blend. Alright, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be learning how to use value and with those different materials. Now, in the next few slides, there's going to be a couple of videos that are going to show us how to actually use those materials, and I'm going to kind of do it along with you on this paper. Do not forget that there's a second side that you need to complete, and you need to complete it fully. That makes sure that you have the shading and the drawing, and when you're done with both sides, you may hand it in to me and I will check it, and then you can start your project. Alright, what we're going to start off with in our practice is learning how to shade using different kind of art materials. The first one that we're going to look in is actually, this is called a tortillon. It's a blending stick. There are other ones called blending stumps. They actually have 2 points at the end, but we're going to use the one that only has 1. Okay? Now, what they actually do is they're pretty neat. They shade a lot better than your fingers. They're able to get into small spaces and really bring out the colors. So I'm going to just kind of show you really quick. What you're going to be doing here is you're going to create a value scale. We've done this many times, so it should be pretty easy. So you're just going to go and fill this out like you normally would. Now you notice I'm not being too careful about filling things in, but I am worrying about getting lighter and lighter. Alright, and can you continue on through? Now what this is going to do is actually going to blend it in. Now the way I blend it in is I do little circles. Now what is the difference between this and your fingers? Your fingers have oils on them, and it actually lightens the color of the pencil and it mixes oils. Here it doesn't. It's just pushing around the graphite. Okay? And you can go on and on. Now you don't want to hold this up straight and down. You want to kind of hold this at an angle. Alright, kind of go through. Now this is pretty cool because I've been kind of going over these darker areas. You can actually go and not even fill in a space and create a value with not even putting any color. Now the bottom one is just like a regular gradation. You start here and fade out all the way down there. Take your tortillon and just go in little circles, and you're able to bring it out. Okay? All the way down that way. Alright, and just getting a feel for it. The bottom ones, all I want you to do is give a little shading, get the feel for how these are used. Okay? Here you would add some color on the side. Now if you notice, I'm not going too crazy. Okay? Go here and blend that in. Blend that out. Alright, so play around with it, see what you like. See how you don't have to put a lot of pencil down because you're just moving it around. And you can easily go back in with an eraser and lighten some areas. Okay? And go back in with this. And blend them straight in. Okay? Now, there are different kinds of pencils out there when you're in the art world. You have your regular pencil. Okay? This is normally a 2B. Alright, they normally range from 8B, which is very dark. Okay, that's these ebony pencils. Okay, they're very dark and they have very soft graphite lead in them. Okay, or they're H's. Okay, so this is a 6H, both of them. They're very hard. Okay, which are going to give you a very light pencil. Alright, so what you're going to do here is I just want you to see what you can get from them, okay? So you're going to do the same thing as the top, just use the different pencils. This is the dark one. You notice that this is going to get very dark, okay? And go ahead and press on it. See how dark it is. Fade that out. Same thing, do the gradation. This one, just do pencil. You're going to notice a slight difference. And the bottom one, switch up your pencils. Yep, that is as dark as it's going to get, people. Okay? And you fill in the rest. And you're going to notice that this will definitely be your darkest values. The regular pencil is good. Okay? It's good range, but doesn't get as dark as the ebony ones. And the light ones, the H pencils, are your lighter ones. So your project's going to be a gridding project. You're going to get your picture taken with some sunglasses on, and you're going to actually draw yourself and enlarge it, okay? Now, before we can do that, you're going to practice. What you're going to do is, using this picture, okay? Very cute, baby, I know. You are going to look at each individual square, okay? Notice the shapes that are in there and the lines, and you're going to match it with a larger square. Okay, so for example, my suggestion when you're looking at these is, imagine that you're dividing, actually let me use a different pencil, dividing this box into halves, okay, almost into like quarters. Here, too. We're going to get rid of them. I notice that the eye is a little bit over, comes up and on here. So I take this, up and over, okay. I see the eyebrow kind of comes up here. Now, all I'm doing is I'm doing what's called the contour lines. Contour lines are the edge lines of things. And, pardon me, you're going to go through, add in all the lines that you see. Okay. When you're done, all right, what you're going to do is you're going to shade this. The pencil on here, the shading, should match here, okay? So if this is all white, yes, you're going to have white on the bottom, okay? If this is really dark, you're going to do dark here. Now, you may use the blending stick if you'd like, but that's up to you, okay? When you're finished with this, you may get it checked and you can start your project.